All right, how's everyone doing? I'm pretty stoked today. I've just taken delivery of my DJI RC Pro 2. Now, there's nothing wrong with the other controller, except on a bright day where it just washes everything out. And because I don't have the same eyesight that I used to have in my 20s and 30s, and I'm having to wear glasses to look at small print, I decided to get this other controller for my Mini 4 Pro because it was compatible with the Mini 4 Pro, which is something that DJI was happy to do for all those Mini 4 Pro lovers. So here it is. The fantastic thing about this is it's nit brightness, which you will be able to see in a bright sunny day. It has this fold away screen design where you bring it down like that and goes into sleep mode. Now you can press this button on the left hand side to completely kill the power to it, or you can leave it in sleep mode so that if something catches your eye, you can flip it up like that. You could connect to your aircraft and you're away. But also, the good thing about this is it has a simulator in it. It loads of, and also it has a Firefox browser built into it. So you get some immersive courses, and I think they're going to be adding to this as we go, as it goes along, and as more and more people are educated on this new controller. I'm quite sure that they'll add to it, but at the moment, they've got this. There's the skate park one here, and what I'll do is I will do a simulation, and I will go to another screen so it looks better, like that one. So you would just take off as normal, and you'd be simulating. First of all, you'd find out what aircraft you're on, connect to it, place the aircraft, lift off using the same method as you always do, or press the up arrow like so. Hold your finger on it until the green fulfills, and then from this point here, you've got full control. So you can lift off. Now they do say go to about a height of about 7 meters, don't they? And then the GPS gets locked in for your landing. Then after that, you can move around. I can't wait to get this out in the field. It'll be definitely a bonus edition. Now the mode I'm in at the moment, as you can see, is normal mode. But if I flick it to the left, I go into cinematic mode, which is a slower speed. And this is what I recommend that everybody uses when they first get one of these. You need to get used to it in a slower speed. Once your confidence is built up, you can do what you like then. You know, you feel it out, don't you? You don't sort of take on too much if you don't feel confident. Just learn at your own pace. That's what I'm doing. And I'm sure that's what everyone else who has been before and done amazing videos, that's how they learn. You can learn from others. You can borrow information and bits of information, tidbits from other people that have been there before you, and you can start putting that into your own work. There's nothing wrong with that. So yeah, we're going slow because we're in cinematic mode, and we're going to start moving towards it now. And I'm just going to veer to the right. If I'll put it into normal mode because we're so far away from it. Oh, that's sport mode. Maybe I'm not ready for that one. Normal mode. Yeah, let's keep it on normal mode. This is me we're talking about. You can see it's going that little bit quicker. So we're going to raise it up now. We're just going to have a look round. So the full capabilities of this, you can use in the simulation. And I did say that they're going to add more adventurous simulations to it as more and more people get one of these. But I do think that it's a good company, DJI. I think that there's so many good companies in that part of the world who are very, very keen on the most advanced technology. And that suits me fine because I'm a tech head. Right, you can see to the right how you can see that the sensors are alerted to being close to something. So it works the same way as your normal drone. So if I pull it back a bit like that, I'm away from it. Eventually I will reach my maximum height. So let's do that. Get a warning very shortly. So I've capped it there. I'll take a look around using the rotational camera there. So we're having a look round there. We'll just move over to that way. Now, when you've done your little simulation, try and keep away from your sensitivity there. When we've done our little simulation, we'll press the home button and it should map it back out. And that's very, very good. I'm just going to go to the left here now. I'm just going to go forward a bit. There we go. There we go. So we've got that coming up there to let us know that the sensitivity is telling us that we're too close to an object. So this is just a little simulation, just so you guys can see just how good this particular controller unit is. I think everybody eventually who are into drones from DJI will definitely be getting one of these. The screen is very, very clear. I think it's 1000 nits of brightness. It's a lot more than the other one. The other one used to be very difficult to follow along, and that's why a lot of people used to try and sit in their car so that they could shade it from the sun. But you won't need to with this. You'll be able to carry this around with you and it will be absolutely perfect. Right, so we want to land it now because we've done a 10-minute jaunt. We'll press the down arrow. We'll get the instruction, return to home or land. But if we press land, it's going to land where it is. And on this occasion, we've already set the home point, so it should come back. So I'll press return. When it goes green, it should now map it out. And it will travel back to a height that we previously set. That's what they do. The return to home height. And then there we go. So what you saw there, I know it wasn't as clear as it could be, but what you saw there is it did raise up to where it should do, whatever we set the return to home height at, and then it mapped out where it's going to land. It's pretty cool. But I think it's great that they've put simulations on this, because I couldn't access the simulations on the other controller, just on the RC2, you know, the more basic controller. But the main reason why I got this was for the clarity of screen, for the nits of brightness on a sunny day. And you can add third-party apps to this, but there will be a warning to tell you from DJI they'd rather you didn't do that. But you can do. And there's a full browser on this. So this is the simulation coming to an end. There we go. So that's that. Now there's a back button as well on this, which is pretty cool. And I love that idea. It's also got a mic array, so you can do narrations to it. Another absolutely fabulous addition that they've decided to include. You can Bluetooth a mic to it. It's got quite a lot going for it, to be honest with you. Just keep going back. Keep going back. Now I've got my drone just here, and it's telling me what I'll do is I'll just beef up my drone. It's only just here. I know there's not a lot of room, and it's not going to be flying. I'm not having it flying or anything like that, but I will connect it. That was quick. I paired it earlier, and that's extremely quick. Now what I'll do is I'll just raise up the camera so you can see me. All right. Hey, don't you love technology? I know I do. I'm absolutely addicted with it at times. So I thought this might be a passing fad, this drone, but maybe it's becoming more than that now. I intend to really get into it and to do the best cinema aerial photography that I can do. I don't want to really copy anybody else. I want to have my own style, so I don't know how I'm going to achieve that yet, but I've seen some beautiful work out there from different people. Yeah, this is fabulous. So if anybody's thinking of getting one of these drones, right, you may as well just hold off a little bit. If you were thinking of getting one of these Mini 4 Pros that I've got, yes, they're great. But I will just hold off a little while until at least September, because I think that the Mini 5 Pro is coming out. And if that comes out and I like what I see, then I will get the Mini 5 Pro. And then I will sell my Mini 4 Pro and the controller for a very reduced price. So if anybody's interested, yeah, let me know. And there you go, people. Here she is. Well, you have no idea how clear that is. Just me looking at it like that, extremely clear. Yeah, what a hobby. Photography in general is an expensive hobby. And sometimes you can really get bit by this particular hobby, and it will definitely dent your pockets after a while. You'll end up spending on new cameras, lenses, and I wouldn't recommend doing that if you can't afford it. You know, going into debt to get the latest technology. I wouldn't do that myself. If I couldn't afford it, I wouldn't do it. But because I can afford it, then I can afford to have a photography hobby, combine it with droneage, and travel to some beautiful spots around England and get beautiful footage. I can afford to do it, so why not? And then going back to our HDMI 4 port, which is what I've done here. Oh yeah, that's another thing I forgot to tell you. I wonder if I can lift up the drone. Right, bear with me. If I lift up the drone like that, and if I come down here, I'm not sure if I can quite get it. I need to hold it gently and then just try and angle it down like that. Ah, there we go. So what you can see there is HDMI into my computer, because I've got one of those Elgato HDMI 4 ports, you know. Now it does do 4K, but there was no point in putting a 4K into this, because this won't project 4K. It will project an HD 1080p into the back of my computer, but it won't do 4K, because I did try the later 4K and it didn't work. But that's just something you learn as you go along. So I can't wait to get this out tomorrow and get some fabulous footage. But it all depends on the weather. See, a hobby like this is, you really do need a good day. You know, you want there to be enough light so that you don't have to diddle too much to get a good picture. But sometimes you'll end up leaving it on automatic exposure and then just take your chances after that. But if you do that and then you're flying around and you hit dark spots and then light spots, you're going to get a reaction on the lens. So a lot of people say, where is it? Exposure. There. Bring up your exposure like that. Decide what you want. Once you've got it, someone says, hold your finger on the screen and it should lock the exposure in. And that's really cool. So if your drone is flying around above a huge building and then some dark shadows, you'll just be locked into the 0.3 exposure value. But if you left it on automatic, you would get flash points, wouldn't you? You'd be in and out of light, and the automatic white balance would be affected, wouldn't it? So just a few things to remember. But also with this, you can hone in on your area, wherever you want to be. And I did it earlier, and you can save yourself a map of where you're going. You can do it all the night before. So there's Hayward. Now, I don't know if you can see where Hayward is on the map. You can see like a white box. Well, when I pull out the map, it's that white box that will save the map that you download. So you find your area. You don't always find it right away. I always go off the river. This is it. This is the area. So there's Crimble Mill there. Finally. So the square goes round the area where you might be flying your drone. And then you will press little download symbol. And it should then go into your download folder. This is working out now. There's the one that I did earlier, and it's 26 megabytes. So if you want to have a quick look, there it goes. That's the area where you'll be flying. So you do this the night before, and then you save yourself an offline map. So that if you stood anywhere part of this building, you know, where your sort of return to home point is, you can see the shape of the building, you can see where you need to fly your drone. I think that's an excellent idea. And that is the end of this video. I hope you liked it. And we're back at work Monday. I'll see you all.